relaxing Friday.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sort of like, okay.
Do it.
Yes. So, all right. I guess like a quick introduction, just like. Oh, sorry. So yes, we are the TU Animation Industry Club. Yes, thanks so much for giving us the time to giving us your time. Yeah.
Certainly. Thanks for
So we are
having me.
super excited to have you here.
Pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely have like a good amount of Sonic fans here, so this is a real treat for us.
One would hope.
Oh,
Excellent.
we
Thank
got
you for coming.
almost a full house here. Just like take a look around. It's like almost.
Well, hi, everyone.
Yep, everybody here super excited to meet you.
Likewise, I'm sure. I'm honored to be here and excited simultaneously.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, how did you want to do this? Did you want to do like a quick introduction of just like your history of being a voice actor, and then we could open it up to Q&A.
Sure, I guess we could do that. I mean, you can read my Wikipedia page, but
Yeah.
I'm here, so I guess I'll tell you. Started as a kid, loving theater, loving radio. Came time to pick a career. Radio looked a little bit better as an option until radio proved otherwise. So then radio kicked me to the curb for one last time. I took my collection of voice work from radio, made a demo reel, sent it around to some dubbing houses and cartoon making places. They liked it, and I said, okay, I guess we can make this a career. So fortunately, that's worked out pretty well so far. And you might know me from stuff like Sonic, where I'm Dr. Eggman, the Mayor and Kirby right back at you if you go back about 20 years, Garbage Man on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, some anime fans like me as Adon in Berserk, um, a strong contingent of people in apparently South America like me as Mr. Meat in the Keplerian games. Okay. Footnote to history, I was Caillou's dad in a reboot in 2017, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Random commercials and corporate narrations and anything that can't speak for itself, I'm happy to oblige.
Awesome. All right. So who would like to do the first question?
Hold on.
Great.
All right. So for this first question, it's sort of a joke. So in order for it to make sense, have you seen The Exorcist?
Bits of it.
Okay. All right. So for the first question, so just bear with me real quick.
Sure.
So Eggman, how long do you intend on being inside of Mr. Pollock here?
That's a very I forget the line.
Well,
there's a line of dialogue that I should be quoting now, which I only half remembered.
Oh, okay. So, in the movie, the demon says until she rots and lies stinking in the depths of the earth.
Until she lies rotting and stinking in the depths of earth.
All right. Now for the serious question. So, what is your opinion on the Sonic movie, specifically Jim Carrey's performance as Eggman?
It's a trick question because since I already knew I wasn't in them, I haven't seen them. But people liked him. Some people liked him enough to hire him, so I assume it's good.
It is. It's one of those things where it gets better with each installment. So
Cool. Good. That's the way it should be, I guess.
Sonic 3 is the best installment of the trilogy so far.
All right. Can't argue with you.
Best movie so far.
all right. Any other questions?
Yeah, I got one.
All right.
Okay, so aside from Dr. Eggman, who would you say is your favorite Sonic villain?
That's a great question. I guess Eggman Nega would be the other great question. Would be the other great answer because I play him too.
Sonic Rush, great game.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, so I mean, if you wanna, you might want to.
Yeah, you might want to
either speak loudly, just so the microphone's able to pick you up. Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can hear me, Mr. Pollock, but
I can.
He can.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Did you say you can or can't?
I can.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I'll do this.
out of all the mainline Sonic games, which one was your favorite line to say?
That's also another trick question because the wonderful thing about being a voiceover artist is you don't have to remember lines. When I work on stage, that's a bit of a challenge. But with me, it's lines on a page, and they come and go very quickly. So it would be unfair to pick favorites because I don't memorize them. So yeah, they're all favorites because someone was nice enough to ask me to say them, so that makes it a favorite automatically.
Um, it's up to him. Go ahead, go ask.
Do you mind saying a line?
Sure, one or two at least.
Can you say, "Get ready to be schooled"?
Get ready to be schooled, she said.
Got it. Get ready to be schooled.
Love it.
Thank you.
All right, so trying to keep this.
Yeah, if you wanna come up a little closer, yeah, you in the back?
When can I ask?
Outside of the Sonic franchise, who's your favorite role to play?
I will always answer that question with the next one because I love a new challenge. Every role is my favorite because I get to get up in front of a microphone and play. So any opportunity to do what I do is fantastic. Even if it's a boring narration. The challenge of a boring narration is to make it not so boring and interesting to the listener. So anytime someone trusts me to be able to do that, that's my favorite.
Mm.
You're
Okay, yeah, go ahead, ask
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah, he has but he's up list. So yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Pollock. I'm Xavier, and my question is, how do you get your ideas for your character voices? Is it from their designs or characteristics, or does your voice director decide?
It's a very collaborative process, and the answer could be any of the above, all of the above, none of the above.
Wow.
Easiest way is if there's some artwork to look at, a picture of the character, I'll look at it and say, what kind of voice would that character have? Usually the director has some type of voice in mind that might have a reference of someone previously who did it. If it's a character that's existed before, they might have just some voices in their head saying, here, listen to this, do something like this. Or they might have no idea at all and just a couple of keywords to work with, and I will pull something out of a hat mentally and say, how's this? Or we make little adjustments as we go. So it's a very collaborative process. My goal is to tell the client's story, the producer's story, the director's story, how they would like it to be told, because I don't get to leave until they're satisfied, basically. Unless I leave unless I leave before they're satisfied, and that's not good either.
Cool. Can I ask more? Just
Go ahead.
Okay, I actually do have a few more questions. The next question is, how was your experience working for 4Kids? You've done a lot of voices for them.
They were not universally loved by fans and viewers, but they were great to work with. They were kind people. At the time, I was working a day job, and I got to skip out for long lunch hours and go record and play. So they got immediate points for that.
Yeah. And my last question so far, why weren't you replaced as Eggman when Sega changed the Sonic voices in 2010? It started with Sonic Free Riders. I know that they have potential voices, but they did not like it. So why didn't they like those voices compared to you?
Just like with any audition, you never know. It's results oriented. The goal is to get the audition successfully. So I was invited to re-audition. They liked me a second time around. So I didn't ask, they didn't tell, but just like with any job interview or any other type of applying for anything, they look for the person they want for whatever they're looking for. So I guess that's what they wanted.
Excellent. Those were very good answers. Thank you, Mr. Mike.
Thank you so much for asking.
Okay, so, yeah, Greg?
Yeah, I got a question that goes in line with other voice actors. Out of like all the Sonic voice actors that you've worked with, which one would you say was your favorite, like with the most interaction? Based on based on the adventure era, the modern era, and well, I guess now.
I don't think he was in the adventure era.
Oh, right, no, yeah.
Right. Trick question, but there are valid answers. The ones I worked with were Jason and Roger. But the thing about working with Jason is we never actually worked together because the dubs were recorded separately, the games were recorded separately. We would see each other, and I've worked with him on a couple of other projects when we worked at the same time. But now I only see him at convention appearances when we're both appearing together. Um, Same thing with Ryan Drummond. Never worked with him, but I see him now at conventions, and it's the closest thing to working with him is appearing at a convention with him and socializing, which is also fun. And also with Roger, most of the time the games are recorded separately. The main exception was Sonic Boom and the Sonic Boom games. Apart from people hating them, we all got to record together in a group, which is so rare. But being able to work with him in real time is even better than recording separately. But still, picking favorites is a challenge for that reason.
That's better. Thank you for the answer, though.
Sure.
I have one question.
You might want to move up.
Or I can answer this so that no one can hear anyone. It'll be great.
So I saw that you acknowledged the Snapcube Sonic fandom somewhere online. I just want to know what your opinions on the Eggman voice actor.
An opinion on the actor himself?
I guess his performance, rather.
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm always reluctant to judge other people's performances because we as actors get judged all the time by directors, by producers, by critics, by fans. So he was obviously doing his own thing, and I don't think it was meant to be anything representative of the thing I'm doing. So he liked it. People liked it. I'm not going to second guess.
Yeah, you might want to come closer. Yes. We say that a lot with these special guest appearances, because our mic is not that good.
Understood. Not meant for this purpose.
And at least sensitive enough to like catch people at least 7 rows back. But yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
So my question was, because like you just wanted to let you know how to find out. Do you have any favorite lines from it? This guy.
From the fandom?
Yeah.
The fandom, thank you, fandom.
It's so non-canonical that not really. It's not something that Sega would ever authorize, so I try to keep my distance from it. I'm glad people like it, but it's not. It is so unofficial that dangerous. Warning, danger. Can't.
Okay, so this question comes remotely. So this is more of a joke question too, but how's Frontiers 2 doing?
If I knew, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't really expecting I wasn't expecting you to say anything. Like I said, it was a joke question.
Can't we just wait for the next Sonic announcement during the next anniversary?
I mean, there's been at least maybe 2 Sonic games since that one came out, or I don't know.
Oh yeah. By the way, enjoying Sonic Cross Worlds. By the way.
Thank you. I'm glad. That was fun to record, as are they all. But that was the one most recently in memory. So.
Okay,
we got a question in the Zoom chat.
Sure.
The Zoom chat.
Oh, in the Zoom chat. Let's see.
All right.
Okay. Yes, we see EJ raised his hand. All right.
You might want to unmute him.
Oh, okay. Good.
All right.
Wait, how do I?
I thought you just clicked the microphone.
Yeah.
The microphone.
You might have the same headphones I have, which don't work right.
There you are. Hello.
There you go.
Okay. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not really a question, but it's more of a request. My 21st birthday is tomorrow, so I was wondering if you could say happy birthday to me as Eggman. It would really mean a lot to me.
Sure. EJ is what you go by?
Well, Elijah.
Okay. Hey, Elijah, have a holly jolly birthday and many more. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Elijah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Donna.
Oh, Donna, you had a question? All right, come on up. Come on down.
Can you hear me?
Do I fear you?
No.
So far, you sounded okay.
Speak up. I don't know, do you hear me? You ever
Not yet.
been in the locker room before?
Depends on your question.
Okay, no, that's not my question. But
Go.
my question is, was there any point during your career where you felt like you wanted to like play in character of the people you were voicing as, especially like outside of like the actual like recording?
Like a cosplay situation?
Not really, more so where it feels like you kind of like mirror like the characteristics of
Oh.
like different
So like method acting?
like kind of
Yeah, okay. I am generally not a method actor, but let's see, in Sonic Boom, the curmudgeonly Eggman, very much approaching the frustrations of life for me. So that was some Eggman moments in Sonic Boom hit very close to home. Like, yeah, that is annoying and irritating. I can go with that.
all right. That's all I have. That question. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good. Go ahead.
Okay, has there been any characters that have been like entirely straining on your voice throughout your entire career?
Most of them, because that's apparently what people like. Usually not a problem. It'll leave me hoarse for a couple days. Like I kind of am a little scratchy now for some stuff I've been doing. But my ear, nose, throat specialists over the years have said, you're doing something good. And if not, we'll worry about it. But yeah, it's one of the great things about at least working with reputable clients is that if there's a vocally stressful thing, they will limit the amount of recording time from the usual 4 to no more than 2 hours at a time, or they will also throw in some hazard pay. So yes, you'll scream your lungs out, but you will get a little something extra for that, which makes it a little more worthwhile. It pays for the doctor visit if nothing else.
Okay, side questions. Do you have like advice for like upcoming voice actors?
Be an actor, be on stage. If you got community theater or school theater, learn to work with other actors. Because when you're in a booth all by yourself, you've got to imagine, well, what would that other actor say if they haven't already recorded it? I have nothing to base my performance on. So learn to work with other people. So when you're eventually working mostly alone, your brain can do some of the heavy lifting and fill in the blanks. And then beyond that, just in general as an actor, learn to deal with rejection because this is a constant search for work. Yes, I've got these gigs, but there are always more gigs to be had, and there's dead time in between the gigs. So we are always auditioning. We're always looking for more work. So most of the time, you don't book those auditions. Part of the process, deal with it. And when you get in front of a microphone, leave your inhibitions at home, because you can always be pulled back from a big performance, but it's very tough to draw out a big performance if it's not big enough. Don't take that out of context. It's very bad.
So do you recommend improv as like a way of training for voice acting?
Sometimes, yes. I have done some casual improv. I don't have formal improv training, but yeah, it's good to be able to at least improvise occasionally. It's always up to the director and production team whether they use your ad libs. But if something occurs to you, if something occurs to you that they end up using in the final production, great. But most of the time, in my experience, stick to the script. Someone labored a long time in the script, use it.
All right, okay. Hi, what was your experience working on the Berserk OVA by playing General Adam?
Great. There was a little footnote to that, as a lot of people say that Adon sounds like Eggman. Well, in fact, I recorded Adon first, so arguably Eggman sounds like Adon. But any similarity is purely coincidental. When I was developing the character of Eggman, I was not thinking of the Adon voice where it eventually settled. And Eggman started as a Dean Bristow impression, so Eggman really started down here, and I had to kind of morph it into the peaks and valleys at the director's request that we ended up with now. Great fun. It was big, it was yelly, it was stressful, but people love him, and that's great. He was fun to play, not once but twice, because we revisited him later in a sequel. So that was really cool.
Mr. Pollock, to sort of expand on my Jim Carrey question, have you ever heard other Eggman voice actors besides yourself? Like, have you heard of Long John Baldry and Jim Cummings performances?
I've stumbled upon them in videos, and I think once I stumbled upon the Saturday morning cartoon when we were staying in a hotel and it was on some obscure cable channel, I guess. Um, the one that I experienced most was Dean Bristow because I was given samples of Dean Bristow to voice match when we were casting Sonic X. So I got about 20 voice clips, and I went in for my audition. And oh, you want Dean Bristow? Okay, I'm Dean Bristow. Oh, I'm doing the Eggman voice, but it's Dean Bristow. And that resulted in 2 callbacks where I kept doing the same Dean Bristow voice that I was doing. And it took the 3 callbacks until I guess Sega ultimately was convinced, yeah, you'll do. But and I've heard the other ones just in random clips online, but I've not sought them out specifically to hear them.
Okay, all right. Well, on that note, since you've worked with Jason Griffith for a while, so this is going to be a big performance from me. So I would like you to be as brutally honest as possible. I would like you to rate my Jason Griffith on a scale of 1 to 10. All right. Just give me a second.
Sure.
All right, guys, quiet down. All right. Well, this is new. Showing remorse, Eggman. If you played nice, I wouldn't have to break all your toys.
Not bad if you use actually a little bit more energy. Jason
Okay.
seems to go a little over the top at times. So
All right.
even like I said before, in a direction situation, bigger,
All
more
right.
is more. But I'll allow it.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Certainly. Good luck with that.
All right.
Walk down the aisle.
Oh, you want to go next?
Someone else.
Sorry, someone else.
Come on down. It's like the price is right.
Hello, Mr. Pollock.
Hello.
Okay. So I wanted to ask, do you remember any obscure roles that you were hired for or asked to do? Just asking.
I missed the first part of the question.
Oh, have you been hired to voice act for any obscure roles that you've done in your career?
Any obscure roles?
Yes.
Almost all of them.
Uh,
All sorts of walk-on characters and things and background roles, and I I love to do what I do. So whatever anyone wants to cast me for, in general, I'm quite happy to. But sure, in I I've been non-playable characters in other video games, and you're gonna have to just check online in the IMDb and the video game database to find them specifically. But sure, I'm I'm often jump scaring people, surprising them by being in things like, for example, the dad in Caillou in 2017. Unless I told you, you probably wouldn't know because you're over 5 years old.
and after that, where did people find you to hire you again?
I have agents who send me auditions. There are some online auditions that I see occasionally. Networking is great and repeat business is great. So producers that have worked with me before, when they've got something to be cast, they will include me in their audition list. So I'm around, I'm reachable, and if people want me for something, we'll clear it with my agent and make sure it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
The pollock is right.
I thought it was someone's engineer. Was it like something I did like sign language wise?
Working in like the voice acting
Oh,
industry for
that's-
so long, would you say that like getting to hear your performances back and like seeing the impact they have on certain people, like a lot of people here, like is that like a big like motivator for you? Is like I don't know, something you enjoy?
Absolutely. That never gets old. The first time back in my radio days when I would do commercials, some of them would occasionally go to other radio stations and air on other places. And one time when I was in Rochester working as a production director, I managed to get a commercial for I was the spokesman for the local amusement park for a season. And I was shopping in a drugstore one day, minding my own business, and I came on the PA system overhead. And it was all I could do not to yell out, "Hey, that's me." But yeah, it never gets old.
Cool.
And again, thank you all for watching and listening. Otherwise, I'm wasting my time.
Somebody in the back got a question or? Yeah, come on up. Come on down. Don't be shy.
Welcome, your answer, your favorite band.
What was your knowledge on video games before you started doing like video game voice acting?
Limited. As a kid, I mastered Trivia Whiz in the arcade. You can actually Google it. There are some YouTube videos. But the way I mastered the video game of Trivia Whiz is it was a multiple choice trivia game with a very limited set of questions. So the more you played, the more you memorized the answers. So I eventually topped the leaderboard because I was dropped off in the game room at the mall far too often. As a kid, we had Pong, the original Pong on our TV, and I was more interested after playing the fascinating tennis that is Pong. I was more fascinated by watching the screensaver, which was pretty colored squares moving back and forth. Beyond that, I did not spend much time in video games. I don't have that type of patience and or eye-hand coordination to find it enjoyable. It's much more enjoyable for me to perform in them because it's acting. That's me reading a script, bringing characters to life and letting them leap off the page. So I'm much better. It's much better for everyone if I'm performing in the games rather than trying to play them.
That's awesome.
Mr. Pollock, who would you say is your favorite voice actor? Not just in video games, but just in general.
Well, all of them. Especially if I get to work with anyone ensemble style, I love watching other people do what they do. So I love being part of this community. There, with possibly one or two exceptions, I won't detail. Everyone is great, both in person and listening to. So I can't pick favorites. It's not fair to the non-favorites, of which there are very few.
Sam.
Okay. Right. So I have a curious question for those who want to learn more about voice acting. What kind of recommendations can you give for like resources that might be available? Maybe you stumble across to recommend for those who want to learn more about voice acting.
There's a great website that I think still exists called iwanttobeavoiceactor.com, which is a big read, but if you got the time, it's well worth the read. It's got all sorts of tips. The best approach, and it unfortunately requires a bit of an investment to do it right, get private coaching. There are reputable and there are some non-reputable coaches, so do some research first. But a reputable voice coach will spend time with you with sample scripts, teaching you how to break down the script, how to create characters, and ultimately make a demo, various demo reels, and how to market yourself and send those reels around to get into the hands and ears of people who will ultimately hire you. So, and it's an investment, but it's an investment that will eventually pay off if you end up booking work in this crazy business we call voiceover.
Okay, that's good to know. So do you recommend getting an agent in the beginning or kind of a little later on?
It's not something you can just go out and get. Agents have to show interest in you. So you will send your materials to agents, and then agents say, "Yeah, I'll take you on," or "No," or more likely, just crickets. You'll be ignored by people who aren't interested. So when you have a demo reel and preferably some work behind your in your resume from having that demo reel, send your demo reel out to agents, and then agents will say, "Oh yeah, come in for a chat," and then they'll chat with you. And if they decide you're worth exploring, then they'll put you on the roster.
Okay. Yes.
So, so before you voiced Dr. Eggman, what were like your thoughts on the Sonic franchise?
I knew in passing who Sonic was. Because well, the internet was rather young at the time that Sonic was getting started and I was getting started, but I had a passing knowledge of who Sonic was, and I think I may have heard who Dr. Eggman was, but I had no reason to dive any deeper into it. But when 4Kids got the license to dub Sonic, we had a super secret meeting with all the actors together, which never happened. And among the things brought up at that meeting was we have a secret project coming up called Project X, which turned out to be Sonic X. And then I found out that the producer who was producing that, who knew my work from Kirby Right Back at You, because he already did that. He said, "Come here, we want you to read for Dr. Eggman," and then they had me audition, which was great. But that was my
it's not like a grade.
my head first deep dive into Sonic was Sonic X.
Oh, okay, Alyssa has a question. All right.
Please.
I have a question. Mr. Pollock, I was wondering, how did you feel when you was voicing Sonic R?
I don't.
Wait, he wasn't in Sonic R.
I think she's referring to the radio show.
Oh, the radio show.
Sonic and Tails are. It was weird, and it was weird, and unfortunately weird. It happened during lockdown, and it was supposed to be, at least from what I understood of it, possibly because I didn't do enough research to figure out what they wanted. It was going to be a quick one-time thing, a nice thing to do during lockdown as a gift to the world being locked down. What I didn't realize and learned the hard way during the first session was that was the first session, because the director said, "Okay, great, we'll see you in the next session." And I thought, next session? Okay, I guess there's two of these. Two turned into three, turned into four. And what I realized by the fourth one was I was basically doing what I'm normally paid an appropriate market rate to do, but nobody discussed any type of compensation. So what I thought was going to be a quick one-time thing turned into a not so quick four-time thing, yelling my brains out for free. So that turned into a bit of a disagreement. And again, I will take responsibility in that I didn't do my due diligence, but also nothing went through my agent. So my agent who would have said, "Okay, what's the commitment here?" And we would have realized, oh, it's four yelly sessions for free. That's not great. So unfortunately, while it was fun enough to do, it was somewhat of a surprise of the commitment involved. But because I said I would do it, I saw the commitment through to the end. Just I learned a valuable lesson about not doing that type of stuff for free.
Thank you so much. Also,
Sure.
I wanted to say on behalf of my parents, thank you so much because you made their childhood in a way.
Wow, that's great. I feel really old, but I feel really old in a good way. So thank you.
Don't get marks.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
Okay. Another question.
Has there ever been a time where you had to record a line so many times because you really just couldn't nail it?
Always. One of the wonderful things about what we do is we're not doing it live. We're not doing it live to air. We're doing it, it's recorded. So the basic rule is you do it till you get it right. And sometimes I will say, I guess in most cases, I can get a good performance fairly quickly. But sometimes the line is so funny or strikes me so funny that I can't get through it without laughing. So if there is a stumbling block, is either I'm laughing so hard at either the line itself or my performance of the line that it takes a while for me to do it without laughing, or sometimes it's just a word I'm stumbling over. So yeah, there's usually a physical reason or hysterical reason why it's not getting done in a reasonable number of takes, but seldom is it because I can't get it right for a good reason. It's I'm not getting it right for a bad or stupid reason.
Has one reason ever been because the director wasn't happy with it?
If the director is not happy with it, again, we do it till we get it right. And yeah, it may take 15 or 20 takes on the extreme end, but that's why I'm there. I am there to make the director happy, and I do it for as long as it takes, and I do it till I get it right. There have been bad directors who don't know how to direct. I will share possibly the most memorable story of a bad director. It was some commercial for something, and it was not through any reputable channels, but I auditioned and I booked the audition. And at the recording session, which was done right here at home, the director said, "Okay, I'm going to read a line and you're going to read it back to me exactly the way I read it." And I thought to myself, well, no one does that. That can't be right. So I gave what I thought was a better performance than the director gave. And the director responded with, "No, no, I'm going to read it to you and you're going to read it back to me exactly the way." Ah, I see. So basically, I didn't say this, but I thought it. You want to play all the parts in this commercial, you just can't do it because you need other voices. All righty. So I just turned off that part of my brain and just parroted it back exactly what he wanted. Hated it, wasn't great, but he got what he wanted. He was happy. And I just wrapped up the session as quickly as possible and vowed never to work with him again. And so far, I have not heard from him again, and that's probably a good thing. But generally, I'm there to make the director happy and for as many takes as it takes.
Yeah, you go ahead. And you can go next, is that? I'll just come out.
All right, kind of got two questions. The first one is, throughout your entire voice acting career, has it ever felt like weird, awkward, hearing yourself back in the media you perform for? Or are you able to kind of just, I don't know, remove yourself from it and just take it as the character's own voice?
It's the thrill of hearing myself back in something I recorded outweighs any negativity. Some people hate to hear their recorded voice played back. And the main reason for that is because when you're speaking, you're hearing yourself through bone conduction. You're hearing yourself from inside your head. So when you hear yourself recorded the way other people hear you, it sounds weird. And some people just can't get over that. Since I'm usually recording in headphones and hearing myself back in a combination of in my head and out of my head, I've never found it weird. It's always been, oh, cool. That's why I'm here. So it's hearing the finished product, never weird, always great.
That's good. I guess second question is, between video games, voicing anime, and like American cartoons, do you have a preference for any of them, or do you kind of just take on those projects without any real preference?
I love all of them, but as far as being able, as an actor, having started as a stage actor, being able to do something where there is a linear storyline. For example, Sonic Boom recording ensemble style, we recorded it like a radio play. So we would normally record in sequence, all together, all of us doing our lines together, scene by scene. That's a great way to do it because acting is all about reacting. And when you get to react with people in real time, their performance is just that little much better because of being able to do it that way. Now, with dubbing, when everybody's recording separately to either pre recorded tracks from people who've recorded before or being the first one to record and setting the pace and being everyone else's recorded voice to play to, that is just that's a skill that you develop because you develop being able to hear the voices in your head that aren't yet there. So that's a challenge, and it's a great challenge, but it's still very clinical. And I love the clinical part. I love the behind the scenes part of what we do, but that's a much more line by line, recording a line, editing it till it fits perfectly, moving on to the next line. It's a very clinical practice that's still great, but different than ensemble style, where you get to record as one long radio play.
That's very good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, it was you. Yes. Come on up, and afterwards, Alyssa's mother has a question. Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, yes.
So my question is, considering your prominent amount of projects you've worked on as Dr. Eggman, are there any certain characters from that series that you would consider voice acting as well, given the opportunity?
I've had the opportunity, so I don't. It's really up to the producers to make those choices. Starting in Sonic X, I was also Ella the Maid. Most people don't realize that, but I was Ella the Maid. In Sonic Boom, I was the Mayor Fink, who didn't really have a name in the games or in the show, but had one in the game, and Fastidious Beaver, and then the side characters of the alternate Eggmans of various kinds. So if given the choice, I was always envious of Andrew Reynolds from TV and Broadway as Bokun, because he could really do that high, annoying, squeaky voice all by himself. There was no electronic processing. So I was jealous of that, but that was just because it was a hysterical voice and he could just do it. But beyond that, I'm honored to have been able to voice the other Sonic franchise characters that I have.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking.
All right, Alyssa, go ahead and you can bring your mother, have her ask her a question.
Okay, so my mom's right here and she's geeking out right now.
Hi, Mom.
All right, I'm just an Eggman and Sonic fan for years, so.
Excellent.
My question. Okay, so she's just like very nervous shy. She was asking like, what is another favorite role besides Eggman? And favorite lines.
Okay. Again, picking favorite lines is tough because I don't have to memorize anything. But I love characters that make me laugh. Again, I love all the characters I do because I get to do them. But voices that make me laugh. So if you go back to the Sonic X days, there was also Meat from Ultimate Muscle, the Kenny Command Legacy. And Meat was a little guy in a diaper that sounded like a truck driver. That just made me laugh. So actually, and I won't, while there's no favorite line, there was a favorite sound that Meat made because he would always often go, "Huh?" That's just funny.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because it was just so funny with the line.
Agreed. Like I said, I love the characters that make me laugh, and Meat was one of those characters.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Actually, I have a question. Like, what was your first experience, like your experience voice acting for the very first time ever? Like, was it weird? Was it fun? Like, anything?
It's always fun. I've loved performing. So going from stage to voiceover was not a big leap. And because radio was kind of a step in the middle, I was just getting to act, but in front of a microphone instead of an audience. So no, it's never been weird. It's just great to have been able to do stuff for dubbing stuff and cartoon stuff where my recording not only doesn't just end up as sound on a radio station, it ends up matched to visuals on the screen. It's like, oh, cool, look, I'm on TV. In a way.
Hello, I'm back with another question. You said radio plays, and it kind of reminded me of the Sonic Twitter takeover and other related media besides that. But is recording that similar to a typical Sonic video game? Because I know the writers make the script, or is it similar to a radio play where all the voice actors are together?
Oh, it's sort of a mix of both. Yes, everything is written. It's written a few minutes before we record it and a few more minutes before you hear it. But one of the big differences, we're all together in a room, but there's no director. They don't bring in our usual director, the lovely and talented Jack Fletcher. So it's just us directing ourselves and relying on what we know in our comedic sensibilities to read stuff the way it's intended. The social media folks will sign off on it, and if we have a question of what is this, is a reference to something, what is this, what is, oh, okay, that's what it means, great, we'll do our thing. They get the recordings and they approve and they pretty them up and send them out on the Twitter takeover.
Very nice question.
I see Elijah has their hand raised. Yes, go ahead. I think he's muted. I think you can hear them. Oh, yeah. Oh, you can.
Oh, no, never mind, never mind.
Hello?
Hello. I can hear you, Elijah.
Okay, good. So, you mentioned Sonic Boom a couple of times, and that brings me up to my next question. It's actually one of my favorite shows that I'm
I agree.
rewatching
You're
these
right.
days. So, so I wanted to know what your experience on that. I wanted to know what your experience was like on that show and getting to play other characters on that show.
That was possibly the greatest extended run of experiences of my life. One of the greatest things, because that was it was not quite immediately after we recast with the LA cast, but since I'm in New York most of the time, in order to record remotely, which we did for most of the recording, I would be in a studio recording Sonic Boom in New York, but for a couple of times they flew me out to LA and I got to meet the rest of the cast for the first time. So we did that once when we were workshopping Sonic Boom. So we had a lovely dinner before the night before. Then we all met in the studio the next day, and we met, we chatted, we bonded, and we had a great live recording session. And then they flew me out a couple more times to record in person with the cast for some behind the scenes footage. And that was just so great because that almost never happens. So the fact that it did happen was fantastic. And just being able to develop the two other characters, the two main other characters that I did, they had me in mind for the mayor and for Fastidious Beaver. And I believe for Fastidious Beaver, they had a voice in mind. They wanted Droopy Dog from the Droopy Dog voice, which was actually pioneered by a guy whose name I'm gonna forget right now. But if you Google him, he started on radio in Fibber McGee and Molly, where
Bill
he played
Thompson.
Bill Thompson. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
He played oh God, Mr. Wimple. Mr. Wimple in Fibber McGee and Mallow. Hello, Mrs. McGee. Hello, Mr. McGee. And he used that very same voice very often for Droopy Dog. And they said, can you do that? Well, yes, actually I can. So this is actually the voice that became Fastidious Beaver. And then for the mayor, they didn't have a voice in mind. But for me, when I think mayor, I think of Mayor McCheese from McDonald's, the McDonaldland characters as a kid. And in the commercials for McDonald's with Mayor McCheese, he had the voice of Ed Wynn, not Ed Wynn's actual voice, but someone doing the Ed Wynn voice, which is so popular in many, many media. And I said, oh, can I do the Ed Wynn voice for this? Yes, I will, please. That was also great. So that was my contribution of being able to suggest a voice which they like.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking.
Mhm.
Yeah, suppose you can come up and anybody else back here wants to ask a question, we got like 10 minutes. I'll let you know. Okay, okay.
I'm just gonna stay here. Have you read the IDW comics, Mr. Mike?
I've read a couple of them, but again, since no one's asked me to voice them, they weren't something that kept my interest. But I've glanced at them.
There is like a fan dub on like YouTube, and Eggman actually has like a sort of a partnership with another very highly intelligent inventor named Starline. If you're somehow aware of his presence.
I'm aware of it just in passing because people show me stuff. So I'm aware of it in passing, but I wouldn't pass a pop quiz on it.
Oh, so do you know much about Starline, or is it just like
No, just the tiniest bit. If I was recording something that included Starline, I would be they'd make sure to tell me what I needed to know. But it's not something that I would have looked up on my own.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just wondering.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, if you want to know more about that man and other characters from the WWE series, it's like it's just like a fan dub of like people doing like the comics, and if you want to look at those, you can. I'm just
Cool.
put it out there for people who are really talented.
All right. Thanks for the tip.
Spread the word.
All right, go ahead, go. All right.
Hey, pleasure to meet you, Mr. Pollock. My name
Thank you. Great entrance with the slide in. I like it.
My name is Hayden.
Hello.
Some people on this campus like to call me Haymaker as a fun nickname, so prefer to call me whichever. I don't mind.
Cool.
So I'm aware that you've been doing the voice of Eggman for over 20 years, correct?
Mm-hmm. 22? Who's counting?
So what I'd like to ask from that, I'm quite interested to know, based from just how long you've been a part of Sega throughout your career and how much the Sonic franchise has changed, especially since almost the last decade, since 2017, I'm pretty sure, since Sonic Mania came out, along with the movies that the franchise, I'd say, significantly jumped in quality and most definitely popularity. So I'm curious to know, what are your thoughts on about how Sonic as a franchise has become more and more recognizable since those times, especially since Sonic has not had a lot of recognition and popularity between, I'd say, the 90s and now?
It has ballooned in the most wonderful way, and I'm delighted to be part of on the upswing. I'm not sure if it's going to reach a peak and then fall. We hope not, but it's been a great ride, and it's been great to be part of that ride. And I'm delighted to see that it keeps extending the brand on merchandise and the films and other games and all the other spin-off stuff. So I'm delighted that it's obviously enough people like it to make it successful and to make those brand extensions viable.
And I'm sure, sorry.
I'm sure and the people that are responsible for those brand extensions are much better at that than I would be. But I'm delighted that there are people in charge who make the right decisions.
And I think I speak for everybody here that I'm I'm also delighted that you're still kicking in, you're still going strong, you're knocking out your lines, you're doing your daily work every day, or
Thank you.
Whenever you're called into work.
It's not nearly daily. Most people think it takes a lot more time than it does, with the exception of Sonic Boom, which was every 2 weeks on a Tuesday because we were cranking out episode after episode. A game is maybe a session or two, and it could be, if it's two sessions, they could be spread out by a few months, or in rare cases, a few years. But generally, they round up the dialogue. When the dialogue is ready to be recorded, that's when they call us in because it's much more efficient that way. And business is built on efficiency. But yeah, I'm available whenever they call. So I'm delighted that they keep calling.
Thank you again for answering my question, Mr. Pollock.
Certainly. Thanks for asking me.
You're welcome. And cheers to kicking in strong for so many more years to come.
Thank you so much. Fingers crossed.
Thanks again, man.
Certainly. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Eric. First thing I want to say is it's an honor to meet you, and I've been playing the video games you've been in and all the work you've done over the years, and I'm a huge fan of your work. And my question is, what characteristics of Eggman do you like the most? Like, what do you like about Eggman the most?
His first of all, being able to perform Dr. Eggman is very cathartic, because if there's any anger built up in me when I start a session, there's no anger when I'm done. I've yelled that all out, and that's great. I admire his persistence. He knows what he wants. He's not always great at getting what he wants, but I admire his persistence in pursuit of the goal that may not always occur. He's very intelligent. I admire that. He's fantastically intelligent in a fantastic way, creating some stuff that is very fantastic and in the realm of fantasy. And I admire that he keeps on going for all this time. You'd think he learned by now that he's not gonna win, but no, he doesn't care. He keeps trying.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he kept going for after 20 years.
Well, if he doesn't, it kind of ruins the whole dynamic of the franchise, and I don't think we'd want that.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and again, it's nice meeting you.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for asking.
Hi, Mr. Pollock.
Hello.
Well, like, my question is, do you find it funny when other voice actors say your character's lines? For example, when Roger said, "Get a load of this!"
Absolutely. Great. It's always great to switch it up. In fact, the Sonic Boom episode where we got to switch personalities was a fantastic study in, oh, is that what you think of me, huh? All right, then. So that was great.
Great, great. I hope we see more moments like that, because that would be hilarious, especially on like any future Twitter takeovers.
Sure. Who knows what the future holds?
Fingers crossed. Fingers
Exactly right.
Oh yeah, I'll let you go.
Hi, Mr. Pollock.
Hello.
Have you like seen and played everything you've been in? I know it's a lot, but have you at least like experienced everything that you've had voice acting experience in?
I mostly see bootleg clips online on YouTube. Again, not a gamer. People there are much better game players than I am. I remembered one of the games that came out was being demoed at the mall. So I just walked up and said, "Hi, I'm in this. Play that for me." So I could see it was like, okay, great, thank you. But yeah, if clips are made available, I am quite happy to see what the finished product looks like, because the finished product is usually very different from what we're doing when we're recording, because it's just me and a microphone. Hi, I'm saying the lines, but there's no effects, there's no visuals. So I'm always fascinated to see what it looks like when it's done.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, so my next question would have to deal with like tone in terms of like the game story. So, do you prefer when a Sonic script is more lighthearted or more serious?
I love the challenge of making either one of them the way the producers want. So I love the comedy. I'm a comedy guy, but when the more serious toned ones come, I love the challenge of making the evil and the I guess violence would be one way of putting it, that people want, because people seem to love when Eggman gets serious. So okay, if the game is written that way, I am quite happy to play the evil. But if the game is not written that way, it would be an inappropriate choice to be evil when there's comedy. So I love the challenge of bringing any script to life and making sure that it's the way the director wants.
All right, so sort of add on to that question. Was there ever a point where you thought they leaned too hard towards one extreme or another?
I'm not going to second guess my client. That's inappropriate. They know what they're doing better than I do.
All right. Okay. Can't argue.
I will, when recording, I'll question a grammar thing or a typographical error, but beyond, I won't question a plot.
All right. Okay, cool.
Okay, so I have one more question. So,
Sure.
on the stage, for Sonic fans, they recognize the date as the anniversary, November 14th, as the anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. And what I'm curious is that if you could remember, what was your recording process throughout the whole game, like recording Eggman's line, basically?
For 06?
Sonic
06?
2006 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Sure. That was one of the early games in the run of games. And it was notable because they showed me the character artwork, which they didn't usually, because I've seen it from before. But Eggman had a significant redesign, and I was taken aback, I guess would be a way to put it. I said, oh, that's different. And also the tone of the game was very serious. And I realized, having just come off the run of Sonic X, I say, I guess there's not going to be much comedy here. I guess you're going to have to do something a little more down and dirty and serious. So I appreciated the challenge of both voicing the different design and voicing the different tone. And I apparently made the producers happy, if not people playing the game happy. So
Thank you. And
You're welcome.
that was probably one of my favorite characterizations of Eggman.
Cool. I'll agree.
Yeah.
Okay, any last minute questions? Like, maybe just like 1 more minute longer, just like, okay.
Big finish.
Big finish. Big finish, any questions? You got one more? All right, big, or, okay, maybe we'll ask 2 more. Okay, quickly ask it, yeah, go ahead.
It's not really a question, but you look great about the 6.
Thank you very much. Come see me in person. Maybe you'll think otherwise, but thank you.
Absolutely. All right, to finish this off, I need to ask one thing.
Sure.
Which Sonic character would you think would break a pool table?
But break a pool table?
Yes.
Break a pool table?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, Knuckles.
Dig the cat if he was sitting on it. I said it. I said it. I went there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, can we do it? Do you mind if we can do a group photo before you sign off?
Thank you.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Gather around.
Thank you.
Hi.
All right, everybody down towards the front. Yeah, so if you're wondering, we have you on a big projector over here.
Cool. Hey, look at me.
Hey, it's you.
Yes. So we're just gonna gather everyone around,
Cool.
like kind of in front of it, and then do like a quick.
That works.
I saw the
Here, I'll lean in.
Yeah. That is an awesome. All right. Do I need
Of course, I can't see the camera, so give me a countdown when you're ready.
Hey, look, Greg.
Hi, you guys.
All right, so who's taking a picture?
Okay, I was doing it with my phone and like 2 other phones.
Can anybody see me?
I'll step to the front.
No.
Okay, is that good?
All right, all right.
Can you see everyone okay, Mariah?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, my colleague, just say something real quick, because like you're not on the screen. Hold on.
Oh, hi. Sorry.
Okay.
Automatic switching.
All right. All right, you in the back with the green shirt, maybe just pull it a little bit to this side. Yeah, there we go. You got all of us? Here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay, and let me use the other phones.
What kind of folks?
All right.
I'm not.
All right.
And I'll take one with you in it, Marat.
Oh, yes, yeah.
All right.
One.
All right, Eric, I'll do like a rapid fire here. Ready? All right, there's like at least 3 pictures there. All right.
Oh.
Hey.
All right.
Thanks for having
me, Mr. Pollock.
Thank you so much for
hey,
asking.
you're
It was a
at,
pleasure.
I have to ask something because my uncle, he's so nervous right now because he was
Okay.
like, "You're meeting Adrian?" So he's just wanting to say hi.
Can I see the picture, Mariah?
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna post some video, right?
You can try.
I don't even know what to say.
That's great. Look at me. Look at my smile and my thumbs up.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So Alicia, did she answer her
Yeah,
question?
Alisa, did you ask your question?
Okay, basically, my uncle, he's very nervous and he just wanted to say hi.
Hey, guys,
He's
quiet down.
a huge Sonic fan and he loves your Eggman.
Oh, that's
I mean,
awful kind. Thank
I
you so
just
much.
you did say like, oh, I know this voice actor just from Sonic Media. I also wanted to research about what other media he was in.
He was in Reserve.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Cool. Do a deep dive.
But I don't know. I just didn't know what to say. I guess just like what my niece just said, just say hi.
Cool. Thank you all for watching and listening. Because as I said before, if you're not watching and listening, I'm wasting my time.
Thank you so much.
Certainly. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Pleasure.
Thank you.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. See ya.
Oh, no.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Standing ovation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. All right, guys, it's home alone time.
Yeah, let's do it. Wait. Let me do it.
Hello.
By chance have an HDMI cable?